I've got one more stupid idea, and I don't know if I'm going to sit here and build it, but I do want to at least discuss it, because did you know that if you type in elf up here, you know, I want to build elves, so I was typing elf, you know, see what we get. You'll get the hits, you know, you get Lana War Elves and Elvish Archdruid and Imperious Perfect, and even Werefox Bodyguard people, oh, I'll play Selesnya elves, but here's the elf. Here's the elf that sticks out to me. Meria's Outrider. Have you seen this card? Have you heard about this? This is 5 mana for a 4/4 elf archer with reach and domain. So when it enters, it's going to lava axe your opponent. It deals damage to your opponent equal to the number of basic lands types that you control. So you know what else exists in this environment? Overlord of the Hauntwoods, which makes a thing that's every land type. So if you play this on turn 3 and then play a land on turn 4, you have 5 mana. So you've ramped into a turn 4 Meria's Outrider. So on turn 4, you get a 4/4 reach that casts Lava Axe. And that seems okay. But you know what else you can play in this deck with your Overlord and your awesome ETB trigger? Scroll Shift, which can target either one of your important creatures and blink it. So yeah, that seems like we probably play that. Hey, while we're doing this, why don't we play Overlord of the Mistmoors? You know, that seems like a pretty good guy. We could even play Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, but now we're kind of overloading on overlording, right? So let's kind of chill out. But maybe we also want to play Up the Beans in this deck, perhaps. You know, it could be that we add some copies of that card. We need some removal, so I think Get Lost is like an okay card to play, I would say. So let's probably add that one. We're at 52 cards. Man, so some sort of weird Naya deck. You know, I kind of like the idea of playing Parting Gust in this deck as at least a 2 of, and it does give us some more removal too. So let's try that out. You know, if we wanted to get really, really funky here, what we could do is play Roaming Throne in a deck like this and name Elf, right? Because if we play Throne on 4 and then Outrider on 5, then we're going to, deal 10 to them potentially? That seems like a pretty fun play. You see where I'm going? It seems like a really stupid deck, right? So, you know, deck's more or less built at this point. Should we play it? You know, let's find out. We're up against Ztephven up here. Opponent goes, we have 2 Get Lost, the Parting Gust, Scroll Shift, and a Roaming Throne. Not the absolute best hand. But we're pretty protected, but we can't really form a plan of our own. I guess I like Throne, though. We need to play more basic lands. If we're really going to try to hit that red elf guy, you know, we probably need to play more basics. I'm going to mull. Wow, we got effectively the same land, or the same hand with more lands. That's really funny. I like it. All right, so let's put the mountain away for now. Regret it later. Huh. Very strange. So opponent goes Inspiring Bandage and an Optimistic Scavenger. That is an oh crap moment, in my opinion. We do have 2 Get Lost, but let's see if they ever actually let us hit their Scavenger with anything. Chances are no. Here comes Emberheart Challenger, so I think we have to cast Get Lost this turn. It's all just a matter of what do we cast it on, you know? And I think we have to do it this turn while they're tapped down. Just to be clear, probably Challenger. Let's get that mess out of there. Give them a couple of map tokens. They draw. We're a couple of turns away from Roaming Throne here, but I feel like if we actually get clear shots at their guys, maybe we can buy ourselves some time. Here comes Manifold Mouse, so it is full on this deck. They've still got Shard Mage's Rescue mana up. Scavenger comes in. We go to 16. Not a high life total, but, you know, or not a low life total, but not high either. All right, so now we have to decide to get lost right now or not. I'd say probably not. I think one of these cards has to be Shard Mages, almost certainly, but we still have to at least try to cast this card, right? So let's go for it. See what they do here. Oh, are you going to use mana right now? That'd be neat. What does that mean? I guess it could just mean Shard Mages. It could also mean like Burst Lightning or something. What you doing? Nobody knows. They're going to do something. They're going to give us a chance here to target a guy. Which is really, no, they don't. Okay. You can become a target mouse you control. Gain your choice of double strike or trip. Feather of Flight. Huh? Okay. They put the counter on Manifold Mouse, of course. I say they just cast Shard Mages, double strike us for like 8. You know, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Spend some more mana. Ethereal Armor. Oh, that's neat. Well, now we can hit the Manifold Mouse. Just making sure that everything's kosher to do that. Alright. So now, Ethereal Armor, you get a whole... You'll be a 3-3, right? Yeah. Okay, that's... Okay, it's not bad. I feel like, if we Roaming Throne, they sheltered it, and that's gonna suck a little bit, but, like, we can probably make it through that. We just have to draw real Magic cards, you know? Crap! Just spilled my coffee, like, on my keyboard, which is not great. Elf. Done. Alright, so now I have to, like, shake my keyboard out. That's terrible, bro. There's, like, coffee everywhere, son. There's coffee everywhere. I have to take my jacket off and use my jacket that I actually love so much. Wipe up this coffee. What a moment. What a moment on stream. Here they come, buddy. That boy has first strike. No thanks on the blocks. They want to shelter, they still have to spend all their mana to do it, I believe. So that's cool. That's good for us. Do I have, like, no... Oh, crap. Do I have, like, no other towels in this room or anything? I see you. I see you making your way towards the router. You stream ruiner. You little imp. You little gremlin. I see you. Man, this is, I'm going to have a really sticky desk. Alright, so we got Overlord of the Mistmoors here. So, like, maybe... Can we be okay? Is it possible that we be okay? So let's get our couple of flyers here, see what they do. Come on, guys. The sticky keys. It's gonna be so gross, especially if I ever have to like type elf again tonight, which I probably will. You know, that's gonna present an issue. Let's get in. We do. They're at 16. All right, dude. If there's a potential that we get to scroll shift next turn, maybe. Potentially. Here comes another scavenger. They have one card in their hand. I'm really not looking forward to Sheltered by Ghosts here. Okay, they just start popping maps. Maps. You guys remember the Yes? They were good. They're a good band. Yeah, keep popping maps. I'm the map. That's probably one more people recognize. Weirdly. I hope we get to do something cool next turn. Oh, you coming? They coming in, daddy. All right, so let's block with one of our tokens. Sure. Bang. So we don't take any damage. That's good. We draw a land. That's not good. Oh man. So I guess we come in first, and then scroll shift as a surprise. Bang it in. You can block, cousin? Oh, you got something to do. You're gonna do ski soul. You're gonna shard mage. Ooh! Alright, so that's actually pretty fun. Counter on the guy, block the Roman throne, and my Roman throne dies. That was sick, actually. I should have chosen Avatar, but I guess I didn't know. With Roaming Throne, you know. It is what it is, and that's all that it is. Alright, so block up here. Consider scroll shifting the Roaming Throne, and then, like, don't do that. That's stupid. Play land, say go. We're not dead. They think that we're dead. We are not. He's gonna come in. Come on in for your big old 10. Alright, so big guy. Big man doing big things. Good to know. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, guys. We got to draw like real removal, and we've already drawn 2 of our 4 get lost. So now our Overlord, the Red Overlord, doesn't kill their guys. That kind of sucks, but we might be able to engineer a situation here. We might. So let's scroll shift. Wonder what our drawn card will be. Come on, roll the dice. Just one more time. Some will win. Some will lose. Some will draw a Meria's Outrider. Okay. Okay. So what is that? It is a shock. At this moment. Ain't nothing but a shock. So we block here. And I kind of want to take 7. But I'm not. I'm really thinking about that one. But yeah, I think it's more correct not to do it. Because that's 10 damage. I guess maybe if I don't block with a guy here, I can hit for 10. So I could have drawn an Overlord of the Boiler Bilges and killed them had I not blocked with both guys. There is potential for that. What is opponent doing? What do you think? What do you guys think opponent's doing? I'm not actually sure. They're roping. You guys, ooh. Is this one of those mad ropes that I hear about where people get mad and then they rope? Is this possible? Could be. It's upset. So mad. Why do people get so mad? It's a game. You know? Sometimes you lose a game. It's fine. And you're not even losing. You can still easily win. You draw Sheltered by Ghost next turn. My game's over, you know? So let's see what happens. I got Parting Gust. That's that's actually super sick. Do I have 7 mana right now? Oh my goodness. Oh, Magic is the most fun game in the entire world. I've never played a game more fun than Magic the Gathering. Please let me do this. Please. I swear to you. Steven. Steven. I should have just done it. Guys, I should have just resolved the Meria's Outrider. Why didn't I just resolve the Meria's Outrider first? Then I would have gotten to do something fun. But instead, Steven has slammed their phone onto the ground, breaking it and closing the client. And here we are. Here we are roped against Ztephven here. That sucks, dude. I should have just done it. I should have just done the thing. It would at least be on the stack. I mean, we could say that we did it. But silly old me, I thought I got an attack step. But Steven's still just a big old salt mine over there. I'm sorry, Steven. Steven! Steven! It's an inside joke my wife and I have, but it's got really dark origins. There's a story around here where there's a guy that he killed a person. His name's Stephen McDaniel, and I'm not going to go any farther than that. But he's got a really weird police interrogation on YouTube that you can watch, and he's from my hometown. So we've seen his police interrogation a couple of times, and half the time the detective interviewing him is just going, Steven! Steven! So every time I see the name Steven, I think Steven. My wife and I say it to each other all the time. If there's somebody on YouTube or whatever we're watching named Steven and they do something dumb, Steven! We do it a lot, but let's play another game with this ridiculous pile. Yeah, silver tier W. And somebody has... Rosbael's got my back. I don't play ranked off stream. I just don't do it. Why would I do that? We go first. Again, still even down here. We get a third land, man. We're doing okay, but we'll see if that happens. Let's raise your Verge Thicket first. At least we got the Overlord this time. Ooh, Duress turn 1. They get our Get Lost, but that's really all they can take. They look at the rest of our hand like, what are you doing, amigo? Let's Lush Protocol. Ooh, I want to keep that. I want to keep that, daddy. Why am I saying daddy so often tonight? I probably should stop doing that. That's weird. Let's move on and play our land into our Overlord. And then we can start owning the world and everything in it next turn. I think that's pretty sick. Unholy Annex. All right. They draw their card. I'm gonna Throne, dude. I'm going for it. We do need another mana. We absolutely do need another mana, but we have next turn to draw it. Let's Throne for now. And you know, I could say Overlord. I could or Avatar rather. I could do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go for Avatar this time. I do want to live both my memes and my dreams, but this way I can actually get, you know, some value out of the card next turn, like more or less guaranteed. And I want value. So I'm a sucker. I'm not a sucker who doesn't understand the concept of value. Tell me what movie I'm quoting. I bet you can't. Like some of you, I bet there's like 2 people here that maybe could. Frillback comes down. That's going to blow up the Overlord, or it's going to do nothing, actually. They're going to duress us again. They get nothing for that. And Holy Annex goes off. They say nice. We get the land that I kind of wanted, just a little bit, but we can't Overlord of the Boiler Bilges yet, which is something I'd like to do. Why didn't I name Elf, dude? They'd be at like 6 this turn if I could name Elf. Bang! They go to 11. We did the thing. But not the full-on thing. I really wish we'd have gotten to do the full-on thing there. But maybe next turn. I knew double red. Didn't I say double red's going to be a problem? And it were. But if we have to, we can brute force our way there with this other Overlord. Frillback number 2. They just want guys, you know? Let me get some guys in play. So what are you going to blow up here? Hauntwoods? Yeah, there it is, baby. You done did it now. Unholy Annex puts them at 5. They could lose this turn. Yeah, they just absolutely will, I guess. So that was neat. That was a fun game against a fellow Magic player. A fellow wizard. So Golgari, Unholy Annex, that's a real deck in Standard, but, you know, you cast a 3-mana 3/3 and a do-nothing duress, you're probably not going to have the best time in the world. We could have Empath that turn and went and gotten another, like an Overlord of the Mistmoors, and gotten like double tokens off of it. That would have been sick. But that was my fault. I should have just named Elf. I should have just pulled the trigger and named Elf. We go first. Ooh, look at this hand. Yikes. But, as you may have learned by now, I'm stupid, and I will keep this hand. Beans on top? I don't love it, though. I should, but I don't. We got to get another green mana. We need it very badly. There's an Overlord of the Mistmoors. That is not green mana. Here, take another Surveil at it, I guess. We're going to get a bunch of looks at this before it's all said and done. This appears to be blue-green Storm Chaser's talent. Scroll Shift. We already have 2 of those, so we've seen more Scroll Shifts than lands so far in this game. Let's get a land. Green Source untapped this turn. Let's go. It matters a lot that we get that. Bushwhack for a land. Jealous. Nice. Copperline Gorge. Never punished. Always correct. Let's Overlord of the Hauntwoods. They're going to opt. That's fine. This could be a tougher game to win than it appears, with all of their bounce effects and stuff, right? But maybe the bounce will just help us. Could be. Now, untap land into Meria's next turn will be funny. They play Tolarian Terror because they can. Good Magic card. Yeah, I guess we'll just play Overlord of the Mistmoors here and get blockers. I was thinking about shifting on their turn. Just considering that. So 4th mana for opponent. Here comes the boy. He's coming. So we'll block him up. Alright. Second main for them. What you doing, kid? They got 6 cards in hand and choices. Here comes Kiora the Rising Tide. Good guy. Good duder right there. They'll go to 6 cards in their yard. That's important to remember. And then, they have a green mana. That implies Bushwhack is open here. See if they use it. They can kill this token with a Bushwhack, or they can go get a land. Put another card in their yard. They analyze the pollen. Okay. So now they can go get any creature or land. They'll probably offer creature here. Yeah, so Tolarian Terror. Nice. We did not draw another land, which I would have really, really liked to do there. As you may imagine. Now, their mana's tapped down, so I think now is actually the time to scroll shift. Fairly certain. I like when their mana's tapped down. So let's get Overlord of the Mistmoors. We have a couple of Overlords. There's a land. Excellent news. All right. Now we have Get Lost up. We can attack with our flyer. We have a larger creature than their terror, and if they bounce it to our hand, we're okay with that. So good, decent positioning, but opponent still has a fair number of cards in their hand, and some of them are pretty threatening, I assume. Cash grab, that's going to turn on their Kiora this turn. Okay. They get Beans back with the cash grab. Here comes Beans. Here comes Beans. Now I will Get Lost the Kiora. I don't want him to get the attacks trigger. I should have waited, because now like they can map token the Tolarian Terror or whatever. It could matter. But they just play the other Tolarian Terror, get the draw off Beans. Good stuff. And they do not attack. Ooh, we get Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. That's very gross. Let's bang in with all of the boys. Get our guys. Seems pretty unbeatable, but I don't know. We'll find out. They do take the double block here. Yeah, fine. Sure. I don't think we shift here. I think that we Meria's Outrider. Let's go. Take 5, kid. Go to 9. And we get our Overlord of the Hauntwoods. And next turn we have Outrider again. Like, I'm telling you, dude, 4/4 that casts Lava Axe is like pretty good, bro. Oh, wow, Valorant. Thanks for the, like, 1,000,000 gift subs, bro. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even see that. Dude, it really is 1,000,000. Holy crap. 10 gift subs, and it added 2 to Barry Windrake. Oh, it's Barry Windrake. And then Valorant gave some, too. So Valorant gave 10. Barry Windrake gave 10. Dude, thank you so much. And then you gifted so many subs that our opponent scooped. Good game, EPAD, dude. Dude, our deck looked crazy that game. That looked okay, baby. Like, best deck in the format right there. Let's keep going. I think, again, like, the secret is if you just have Overlords and Scroll Shift and, like, you know, Get Lost or whatever. It's a pretty good deck you've got on your hands. We go first, and we get Llanowar Elves into second turn Overlord. Maybe. I don't know. It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. But still, let's go for it here. If I can get it together. Hey, I spilled all that coffee earlier. I can still hit my spacebar. That's good news. I need a new keyboard now. Another mono red deck. Oh, no. I should have never said that mess earlier. I screwed up. Saying all that garbage. All right, so let's Overlord on turn 2 here. That's what we want to do with our lives. We do go to 17 against this mono red deck, and we're completely tapped out. So we'll see if they can just punch us in the mouth for like 20 this turn. Swifty number 2. Hired Claw. Okay, I guess it could be worse. We go to 15. Untapped land. Nasty. Let's Overlord, I guess. That's so gross, bro. Sure. Let's just Overlord. We got a real creature on the table now. 5/6 total mana. Maybe even 7 next turn. 7 would be, if we get an untapped land, it'd be fantastic. We could up the Beanstalk into Meria's Outrider. But against these mono red decks, I just haven't been playing up the Beanstalk. I haven't been prioritizing it. Because, like, we're going to die, you know? So I think I'd rather try not to die. Nemesis, screaming Nemesis. It's a screaming Nemesis. That was Screaming Infidelities by Dashboard Confessionals, but if the name of the song was Screaming Nemesis. I say, what do I say? I say that we actually probably Beans this turn, to be honest. I don't know, dude. I do not know. Outrider isn't terrible. But I want Get Lost mana up, so I'll just draw this Overlord, and we'll just kind of, you know, go from there. I'm swinging. I'm swinging, dude. You don't know me. You don't know me. I'll swing on you. Take it. Take all of it and start dreaming up all the crazy stuff you can do next turn. Go for it. Can't do nothing. Now, I can also play Overlord here, which might be correct, but I kind of don't think so. I don't know. They've had a lot of creatures. We're still at 15. We're still at 15 this game. Nah, let's just save it. We have 7 mana to just cast this boy outright. All right, they're taking a look in a book. It's reading Rainbow. Take a look. It's in a book. Screaming Nemesis. You can do it with anything. Come on then. Come on then. So we go to 14 off the Claw. Dr. Claw here. And then you're going to just start slinging spells at fun targets for us. Cool. Let's kill it. Let's kill that Nemesis. You going to turn it inside out? Nope. There'll be no such thing. So what do we take? 5? Oh, you got more things to throw around. Witchstalker Frenzy at our Overlord. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 3, 6, 7. Go to 7. 7 mana next turn. We can Overlord. Overlord's pretty good. 10 if we do this. Yeah, I think we want to do that. I don't think we need the elf anymore. It's fine. We'll make it through this turn. We'll have two power flyers, a 6/6 and a 6/5, and that's going to be tough for them. They get towards the tower on top from that map token. Oh, get lost. Okay, that changes things a little bit. So here, we can Outrider, leave up get lost mana, draw a card off up the beans. That's good. Bang, they go to 9. And we get our Overlord. Yeah, this is the way to do it. This is the only way to go, Hoss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Map on the Hired Claw. Cool. Cool. I will block, I think, with the Overlord this turn. Even though they have Torch. I think it's correct to block. What now, brown cow? You got 3 cards in your hand. We don't even know what 2 of them are. You got tricks, dude. You got tricks for days. Do some buck up. Nuck if you buck wild. Are you mono red? You're supposed to be buck wild. I thought you were buck wild. Remember? You built this mono red deck because you're the boss. You're going to go fast. What's all this thinking? That's not what red players do. Math is for blockers. Okay, so they Manifold Mouse. Cool. You got some action? You got some action this turn? I didn't think so. Okay, so I actually want to kill the Iron Claw here. Every day. Every day of the week. Manifold Mouse is a pretty scary guy, but I have a theory that he's not as scary as he appears. Oh, we're on the offensive now. Please draw like a Scroll Shift or some nonsense. Scroll Shift would be good for a number of reasons. But I think we might just be able to put him in the grave if we draw a Scroll Shift and cast it on Outrider this turn. So they do not map. They just want to have that towards the tower up, which is a completely understandable idea. Totally makes sense. I think we stomp them in the nuts. Stomp them in the nuts. Stomp them in the nuts. Stomp them. Yeah, let's just take... We're in the driver's seat here, dude. We're driving this Honda. Let's pour into the curves with it, baby. Let's see. Because they got to block. I mean, they'll die if they don't block at least one of these guys. And that, I don't know, just do the math here. That takes a creature off their side of the table. Which is like really good for us. But I think they probably like... I don't know, Torch, take the double block. And that'll take 2 guys off. We'll see. We'll see. They're thinking. Yes. Jack Nicholson meme. Uh-huh. Nodding head slowly. Halfus. That's their name. You can do this. You can do it, Halfus. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on, Alvis. They're roped. They have once again brought out their ropey friend. They go to 5 here. Cute. Oh, I want to do this so bad. I want to bean so bad, dude. But it's not responsible. It's really not. I really should just miss Morse here. mean, I'm going to draw a card anyway when I do this. So maybe, just maybe, we draw a land. And then we can play beans. Unless we've already played a land. I can't remember. We draw a roaming throne. Ah, where were you? How dare you come to me now when I am this? No one's going to get that quote either. You tell me where that quote is from, I don't know. I'll give you props. I'll give you mad props if you know where that. How dare you? How dare you come to me now when I am this? It's like one of the best quotes from the movie it's from. So we beat Mono Red. Which is cool. We've been trying to do that all night. Oh my god, we done ranked up. I don't know how we pulled that off. Opponent goes. We got Lionel Relves on turn 1, so sure. Raucous Theater is the case they gave me. All right. So here we verge into elves. Virgin on elves. The next turn we can elves get lost. That's cute. But I might just want a parlor next turn. Throne of the Grim Captain. Give him a nice. Give him a nice for that. This deck could actually wreck our entire face. Yeah, it's got Tari and Mauler now. Yep. Yep. I'm actually like a teeny bit scared of that, to be 100% with you. Outrider on top? Sure. Why didn't I go with Overlord? I should have just played Overlord. Actually, I'm okay with this. I think I might be alright with this. At the same time, though, I get the feeling that they're going to get their captain, like, really fast. And that could be terrible. So, let's hope we can race them. Right now, we're not off to a good start. In terms of racing, we're not off to a good start. But we get full-grown Overlord next turn. Hauntwoods. Alright, they tap their throne. They have Merfolk anything in their yard right now. Costs 4 to craft this with something. Playing Kiora, they really ought to be able to put enough stuff in their yard. God. This deck is good now, isn't it? That gets Kiora and Tari and Mauler from Foundations. Those are fantastic cards for this deck. Really good. If only we had Sheldred's Edict. Still wouldn't work. Oh, what is Bloodletter? A vampire demon? Vampire demon. What all do you have to have again? Dinosaur, Merfolk, Pirate, Vampire. So, Merfolk, Vampire, Dinosaur. They need a Pirate or a Dino. Okay. Cute. They probably just have a bunch of changelings in their deck, if I had to guess. So that could get pretty messy, like pretty fast. Really good. Alright, and how many cards are in your yard, too? Kiora's good with this card for that reason, too. Like, they can get their 8/8 if they just activate Throne and swing in. But they might play 4th land and get their Captain, you know? They can do so much. This deck is sick right now. There's a scene in the original Dragon Ball where Goku is just standing there with his arms open, like ready to fight, like in his dumb stance where he's not actually covering anything. And a guy gets super freaked out. Like the guy he's about to fight against gets super freaked out looking at his stance like, he's completely covered. There are no openings. There's nothing I can do against this kid. And like that's how I feel looking at this right now. Like, what do I do against this exactly? So they have 8 things in their yard. That means they get their 8/8. They also have enough stuff now, don't they? Pirate, Vampire, Merfolk, and the other one. Pirate, Vampire, yeah, Dinosaur. They've got it all, baby. They've got it all. Yeah, take your 8/8, you little jerk. Oh, you're going to kill our Overlord too? Gonna take our Overlord out, dog, with a Carnosaur? That's a Dino in their yard. Dude, sick deck! Sick deck! I like it. Like, I genuinely love what they're doing over there. I actually do. Alright, Overlord. Tag in, buddy. The captain has lifelink, I believe. Yeah, he does. So we're just done. There's no way we're burning them out enough to make it work. Fourth land is tapped. Good news. Good, very, very, very good news. But they'll have cap. They'll have cap next turn, man. That hurts. But we have a chance at the win here. We really do. It all kind of depends on how this turn shakes out. You coming in with the guy? Coming in with the big man? Yes. None blocks. Ow! We go to 12. That 8 damage does not matter. I'm pretty convinced it doesn't matter. They mill 2. Cool. Really cool deck. Here comes Tari and Mauler. Okay. So they have a blocker at the very least. So at this point, we can do this, and we can also Meria's Outrider. We can get lost and Outrider. So let's do that. I think we're off by like 1 damage. But that should be okay, because we'll still get the attacks trigger on Overlord like next turn. We can win like that. Can also just play Outrider and win next turn. Or I can play Outrider now. Yeah, but I'm supposed to play this Outrider right now. And that'll put him at 1. And we probably win. Probably. Alright, guys. Wish me luck. Because they're going to get their man here. It's their only chance. But again, we get the attacks trigger before they can block with the lifelink. So if they don't remove Overlord, we win that way. But even if, I'd just like to resolve this other Outrider. Win super flashy with this thing. My weaknesses are good old Coca-Cola and the occasional Mountain Dew Voltage. Voltage is a good Mountain Dew. I'm a big fan of Mountain Dew variants, too. Now, I like Mountain Dew, and I try not to drink too much of it, because it's really, really very terrible for you. Even more so than a lot of other sodas. It's got more sugars, it's got more weird stuff. But, Mountain Dew is delicious. But I'm a big fan of almost any Voodoo they've ever made. That tends to be a solid product, but this year's Voodoo was incredible. Game Fuel, the red Game Fuel that tastes like gummy bears. Insanely good. Insanely good. Are you just attacking? No, okay, yeah, you're attacking for 4. Okay, yeah, you can do that all day. Block. I guess I don't have to, but I will. And then Live Wire, which I have not seen in a store in a very long time, but Mountain Dew Live Wire is like the best orange soda that's ever existed. Let's pop him for 5 with the Lava Axe to finish him off, baby. Meria's Outrider, best card in Standard. Throne of the Grim Captain, best card in Standard.